Okay, this video is about binding a T12 radio jumper to a FR-Sky receiver. First, you want to power up the jumper T12 by using the power button.
Welcome to OpenTX.
And then you would want to press on this button, the enter button, and then to create a new model, you would go down and you would hard press the end button. And then you would press the enter button one more time to create the model. And you would back out by clicking on the return button, and you would have your model 4 set. And then you would want to go to the next page after here, and then go all the way down. Until you see internal RF. You go to internal RF, press the enter button, and it will start blinking. Then you want to go to multi, and then you would press the enter button one more time to stop the blinking, and you would go down to the type. In types, you would press the enter button one more time. Then you would try to find FR-Sky. When you see FR-Sky, press the enter button one more time to stop the blinking, and you would go down. When you go down, you see subtitle. In subtitles, you want to press on the enter button one more time to get to D8. When you get onto D8, as you've seen before, you would press the enter button one more time to stop the blinking. And then when you go down, you also want to go and see the bind button. So highlight the blind button and leave that as it is. And then you get your drone with the FR-Sky receiver. And try to find your bind button. For mine, my bind button is right here. Right here, that's my bind button. So first I would connect the power. Now find my bind button. And I'll press on it.
Telemetry lost.
I'm gonna wait until the light pattern is different. And then I would press enter for the bind button. So after you bind the transmitter to the quad, you would want to input all these stick inputs. In order to do that, you would go to the next page. Make sure you're not in inputs, but you're in mixes. And when you go down, make sure you don't touch channel 1 through 4, but go to channel 5 and long press the end button. And when you get into the enter button, you can go to sources, press enter, and switch on any switches that you want to assign. So here, and then press the enter button. If you want to name your mix name, you can name it here. And then return. And then if you want to assign other buttons, you go to channel 6, press enter, go to source, press enter, and assign any other button you want to assign. And press enter again, hit the return button. You can take out your batteries and you can plug it in using a USB into the drone.
Telemetry recovered.
and then you would go to beta flight and press connect. And to really check if your transmitter connected with the drone, you would go to the receivers tab and see if any of the buttons are moving. And then in order to properly fly the drone, you want the throttle stick to move. You want to move the throttle stick, and you want the throttle graph to go up and down. But in this case, the pitch graph is going up and down. And for the yaw is working fine. But the pitch button, when I use the pitch, the roll graph is going up and down, and when I'm yawing, the throttle buttons, the graph is going up and down. So in order to fix that, we would go to channel maps. And for me specifically, this drone I know is ATR. In all capital letters, you would want to input your channel map. And if you want more description on how to find the proper channel map for your drone, I have a link in the description. And then you would always want to press save after you change anything in beta flight. After you finish with the receiver tabs, you want to go to the modes tab. And when you're at the modes tab, you could tell that the arm modes, the angle, and the horizon mode is already set for you. So the key to modes is before we set the mixes switches for the SG, the SW, and for auxiliaries, channel 5 is auxiliary 1 and channel 6 is auxiliary 2, so on and so on. So then we would always set the arm button as aux 1, and as you see, when I move the switch, the little yellow dot is moving. So in order for the arm button to work, when you click on the switch, you want the little dot, the yellow dot, to be within the yellow line. Same for the aux 2. When you want the horizon button to work, you want the little dot to be on the horizon line. And for the angle, when I press it one more time, you want the little dot to be within the yellow line in order for it to work. And after you have made your changes to move the yellow line, if you want to and not want to, you want to press the save button.
Telemetry lost.
So after
Telemetry recovered.
So after you save the modes tab, you want to go to setup. And in order for the drone to fly stably, you want the drone to be on a surface level. And in order for you to do that, you have to be at a level surface and level your drone out. And then press calibrate accelerometer, and then you would calibrate it.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.